Welcome, friends. Today we are going to do something a little different. We're going to make a quick, I always like to do my what's for breakfast, lunch, or brunch. So we're going to do a quick what to make in advance that's quick, easy, and pretty inexpensive that you can keep in your refrigerator. And if you're running out the door or just getting up and for whatever reason don't have time to actually heat up something or to prepare something, I'm going to give you a quick what you can keep in there on the run. That's right. What are these Martha White's muffin mixes? Now we buy these when they are a dollar. Like sometimes they're 10 for 10 or 5 for 5. But usually we get them when they're a dollar. I think when they're not on sale, they're either $1.29 or $1.39. And we literally have, those bins that you can pour the drawers out. We have one bin full of whether it's the wild berry, blueberry, cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, brownie bites, double chocolate chip. I can see it from here. I'm kind of seeing there's a hush puppy blend in there. But usually we go for the sweet ones because today we're going to make a quick muffin. And what we're going to do is we're going to jazz it up. As you can see, these are the blueberries that are from the plant outside that we got today. So we're going to use those up because that's not enough to freeze, as you can see. So we're going to make this. And let's see here. It's about, 10 minutes. Let's time this to see how long it takes. So we're just going to cut it open. And I'll turn it on the back once I get it poured in there so you can see. And if I can do this, you can do it. As you can see, it comes with berries. This one has blueberry and strawberry bits in it. All right. And then it calls for, now here's the thing, I know they said bacon is a science. We put it in our toaster oven, and I have my toaster oven on 350. We've done it on 350, and the reason why I don't put it on 400 in a toaster oven because it's not as big as a regular oven and they will burn. So I find that 350 works for our toaster to be able to get these done. And see, combine it in there, and only thing you need is a half a cup of milk. So let me show you another little thing that we do to use up pantry items. Let's do a little switcheroo right here so you can see that. All right, now here we have some instant non-dry milk that we keep, because as you all might know, I'm not a big, like, whole milk. No, that's not my preference. I prefer to drink, plant-based milk. If I do drink milk, or I use plant-based milk more. Now, if I'm out of plant-based milk, like I was when we made the oatmeal the other day, I will use our sweet cream coffee creamer mixed with water to be able to make our oatmeal until we can get, more plant-based milk. Now here, the directions have now I'm looking because I don't even follow this, to be honest. To make a quart, add 1 pouch. And it looks like over here, a third of a cup equals to 1 cup. And where did I say we needed? A half a cup. So, I eyeball it. I gotta see, third of a cup is right there for a cup. So let's do right below that line. Just gonna pour, I guess that'll be a quarter cup. Looks good. Got a little container of water. Yeah. A little bit more. There we go. And as you can see, I'm not stressing over it. This is how I make it all the time. They turn out beautifully, right? Easy. Give them a little mini. Now, I will not use my, look, because this is just barely having to Just enough to combine it. See how I'm just kind of, there we go. Now we rinse these berries off. Let me find my little strainer. Little strainer. Just gonna pour those. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how many cups this is. I guess I could pour the milk in there. Let's do that. Let's just make a little well. I'll go by whatever's out in the let's tilt that forward there, get it going. I'll get all the rest of that gorgeous out the bottom there. All right. And this really helps liven it up. We love these. And then like say, oh, it's got one with a jump on the counter. Where did it go? Oh, I see you. No blueberry left behind. Come on. There we go. Let's rinse that off again. Let me do the second little bit. Like I said, this is what was taken off the plants from outside yesterday and today's. All right, got that rinse. There's our blueberries. And let's see, that came out to be, let's tilt it forward here. A little under a cup. I don't know if you could see that. About a half a cup. About a half a cup. And what I'm going to do is, now that I got the milk in there, and I don't want to use that. I want to fold it in. The key is you don't want to overmix your batter, because it just makes your muffins more dense. So let me get a little spatula here. A cute little purple spatula. And you're just going to lightly fold that in. You're basically just getting it to where it's going to moisten your dough. See how it's starting to get moist? And we have made these with plant milk. So if you have almond milk, we haven't used coconut milk in it because I wouldn't want it that sweet. Because I will put a topping on top. But we have used almond milk, cashew milk, any kind of nut milk, oat milk. We've used oat milk in these before, and it turns out good every single time. I have not made it with just water because I think some kind of milk adds, what if you're doing a, say if you're doing almond milk, add a little boost of protein. Just tell combine. No stress over that. Okay, now we're going to add our blueberries, and I will big scrape everything out. So let's get all that milk out of there. And we're going to lightly fold it in. See that? And your batter is done that quick. Love these little muffin tins. We get them from Walmart, and it's a six well muffin tin, and they really do really well in the toaster. It fits perfectly in there. So because the standard size, which we did have one, will fit, but this works just as good. And it's not a 12 one, because this particular recipe makes 6. And then I just fold this over. Look at this little tip I got for y'all. I'm gonna give a minute just in case you want to try to guess what that is. When you get something, say from a clothing store, and then it has the plastic hanger with those little clips on each side? Well, You can literally snap that off. My husband snaps those off and we keep it instead of throwing it away. And look, instant clip. How cool is that? All right. And instead of using spray oil, let's grab our oil and our brush. And I'm just gonna pour a little bit of oil in each well. Instead of using a spray, we're getting away from that. To me, you know, I'm not saying no, we'll never use spray again, but to me, you know, just to help save, why not? This works just as good and just as easy. We'll get it on the bottom there, and then we'll rotate this and then do the sides. All right. Is it a little bit more effort than spraying? Yes, but this is just some oil, whatever kind of oil you have. Coconut, avocado, vegetable. I think this is canola because we don't buy vegetable oil. This is a canola oil. So I shouldn't say we've never bought, well, I didn't say that, but what I'm going to say is vegetable oil, instead of getting that, we're using up what canola oil we have for right now because we bought a big thing a while back. And then we have extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil. And see, that should be suffice enough, just as though we were going to use a spray. Yeah, it took a little bit longer, but that's okay. And the weapon of choice, ice cream scoop. Spring loaded, super easy. And then we're just going to do a little scoop right down in there. A little scoop. And you talk about something that's going to be good. And of course, when we put this in the oven, we'll give a quick pause while it cooks, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. So what I do is I'll kind of cheat the cups until everybody has some in there. You see, I don't like to waste anything. I'm getting every little bit off of there. All right, I just put that there. And what we're going to do is take the rest of this batter, making sure alright, that everybody has like I said, super easy, low, you know, effort, right? I'm not measuring flours, and if you do decide to do that, that's fine. But if you have these in your pantry, okay, there they are. What a way to go ahead and jazz them up. Now, when we do the chocolate ones, let me tell you, a delicious, and let me get these in the oven. Okay, oh, I almost got ahead of myself. Back in the day, a little turbinado sugar made from natural cane. Probably got this with some kind of coffee around the holidays, or, you know, somebody probably in our family went out for, you know, coffee with someone and ended up bringing the packets back, or went somewhere to where there was a some turbinado sugar. We're going to use that to garnish the top, and it adds a little crunch. So just a little sugar on each one. Like I said, I go through and put a little bit And you wouldn't think that would make a difference, but oh boy, it does. It adds just a little sugary crunch. And as you can see, let me cut that a little bit more. And I just keep going until it's evenly as possible. Everybody got a crunch? Everybody got a crunch? All right. Now I'm just going to put these in the oven. Now the recipe says 400 for 14 to 16 minutes. I'll put on the highest, which is 16 setting, and then I'll check it with a toothpick to see if the center comes out clean, because we're doing it on 350. So be right back. Okay, those are in the oven, and we got about 4 minutes to go. And what I'm going to do is, in 4 minutes, take them out and take the toothpick and put it in there to see if it's, which I'm going to show you all, because I just assume that when someone says when a toothpick in the center comes out clean, well, maybe someone doesn't know what that means. Like, what does that mean? And I also noticed, there might be, because I do have, when I look at the analytics on YouTube, I have about 83% of my, viewers are male based. So for the gentlemen out there who might, want to try some of these quick and easy recipes for themselves, or a newer person that's cooking, whether it's male or female, that is, trying to cook more at home but want quick and easy meals to do on their own, or maybe you're not, maybe you just never baked before, just said, what does that, till a toothpick comes out clean, what does that mean? So we will show you what that means. But while we're waiting, another quick thing, and like I said, I want to tell you what we mix in with these, because I think this will be helpful for, the lady or the gentleman or the young teen or someone that's out on their own. Even if you're not out on your own, you just want to try to pick up something to cook for yourself, that you can fix these, like I said, $1 on sale, sometimes for 99¢. I've seen them for $1.09, $1.29, $1.39, $1.49, but I haven't seen them more than $1.79 in my area. But as you can see, you're going to get 6 good sized muffins. Even if you didn't add anything into them, you still get 6 muffins for at the most $1.79. Right? So isn't that more cost effective than going out and say buying a muffin that's sometimes up to $3 or $4 or $5 for a muffin? Absolutely. And to jazz it up, you saw how I did the blueberry one. Now, not the blueberry, the wild berry. We also have blueberry, but I will show you some of the chocolate chip ones and the brownie bite ones to tell you how we jazz these up while we're waiting. So the chocolate chip, what I've done with these before, I prepared the same way, following the directions on the back with the milk. Always using the plant-based or the powdered milk is what we usually use. And I was thinking about it, because we've done so many variations. I think I've even used protein powder and added it with some water and used protein powder. I'm almost certain that we have done that before too. But say in a chocolate chip, I've added, like, after you scoop it into the wells, ladies and gentlemen out there, then right in the center of it, like just a little bit, you just take 2 spoons, scoop out like a teaspoon of Nutella and put it in the center of each well and let it bake. Delicious. Very, very, very good. So if you have Nutella or a hazelnut spread and a chocolate chip, or the chocolate chip one, really good. Another thing that we've done, which when they go on sale during the holidays, as you can say, this is an Easter egg. So we got these around Easter. Let me make sure. And they are best by December of 2023, so still good. Oh, that's the toaster, so hold on one second. Let's go over there and see. I hear you, I'm coming. They still, I can tell by the way they look that they might need another minute, but I'm going to bring them over there so you all can see. So just give me 1 second here. Let me clear some room here. And I'm going to show you what, for one, they're not as golden, and we'll come back to this. Not as golden as I would want them to be. Let me scoot this over. It's taking me a minute. My arms are literally screaming at me. Ouch. Okay. So, there's that. And let's take a toothpick. So, you just get a standard toothpick. Right? And we're going to poke it in the center and see if it comes. So, there it is in the center. And technically, these, let's try this. It's coming out clean. It's just got a little bit on the end there. Let's try this one. Oh, that was a good example. Okay. If you could see it, you see the dough. Let's see if I can turn the light on. Sorry, that's shaking. Let's see if you can see the dough. There is a little bit of dough on there. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it now. See that little bit of dough on there? They need a little bit longer. And plus, you can see how it's starting to get. I mean, ooh, that's hot. That was hot. That was a little bit of the juice from the blueberry. Let's do this one. I got another toothpick. That was it. So this one, technically, I could take those out. And let's see. Let me grab something here. I'm going to take this one on the end so you can see it just before I put it back in there. I'm just being careful because this is a non-stick. You see how that's lightly browned? Technically that will work, but I want it a little bit more golden. So we're going to put it back in there for maybe, say, 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes. We're just going to keep an eye on it. But that is almost there. Bring it right back. All right. Now back to this. While we're just putting it, like I said, let's turn it back on. I think it's preset to 350. It is. All right. All right. So back to this. So we talked about the Nutella in there. And also, which you can put Nutella in all 3. This is the brownie bite with the brownie bites, brownie mix. Just add egg and oil. Now this one we've done, and it calls for 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 egg. We usually use avocado oil in there. I've used, believe it or not, olive oil in there. Butter. Turns out perfect. Whatever you have. Oops, don't fall. And then back to this. We bought these Reese peanut butter eggs. Now what I've done before too, which is super good, is you take one of these little eggs. Same thing. You put your batter in the wells. And then I usually, because it's the mini ones, I usually break it in half and do a half one in the center. Just kind of put it in there and lightly press it on each one. So you will take, if it's 6 muffins, you will need 3. All right. So half in one, half in another, half, 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 half. Bake it. Delicious. Okay. So that's another one. Now, if you have, we've done it with whole Reese peanut butter cups. Any kind of Reese peanut butter cup will work. You just, if you got a whole one, then I would probably take one of them and split it between 4 or however much you want in there. All right, so that's another way to prepare it. Another thing that we put in there is hot fudge in the center. We've also added, which we keep baking chips. So Here's what's left. Like I said, we don't waste anything. This is a bottle that in the. You want to do that? All right. This is what our vitamins come in, and I wash it out. This amber glass, and we keep it. But we put in chocolate chips on the top of each one to add some extra chocolate chips in it. If we're doing the blueberry or the strawberry one, whether or the wild berry too, but the white chocolate chips we put down in the middle of them. Also, another idea is if you keep chocolate sauce on hand when they come out, like this one right here. If you want it, if say if you do not have, even if you do, it don't matter. I guess if you want to, to just get really decadent, instead of the Tarbonero sugar or the sugar in the raw, you could drizzle this on top. If you really want to get decadent, you can also put the Tarbonero sugar and drizzle some of this on top. All right, we've topped it. Another thing is, once say if you wanted more dessert, you're not running out the door and using it for breakfast, you want this for dessert, put it in a bowl warm with a scoop of ice cream with either one, any flavor. Top it with whipped cream or Cool Whip, right? So the possibilities will get, if you like to make streusel topping, you can make you a streusel topping. I could never get that right, like how to get it where you see it in the pictures. My husband and I have tried it, but sometimes we can't get it as fluffy, as fluffy and poofy as the streusel is when you see it in toppings on people's food. So, but if you're good at that, you can. Granola. We've actually taken, granola. You could put a little crunch and add granola on top. So the possibilities is what I'm trying to get to. Oh, I almost forgot. You know what? On the blueberry one, which I did forget this time, we've added, because we have them, we usually do a pecan on top of it. Like put a pecan on top. So, let me see. Oh, we forgot to do that. But they are ready. I can tell by the color of them. So let me take those out. And that's okay. These will just be ones without the pecans. Now you're going to be able to see the difference and how much is just a tad bit more golden brown, which this is how we prefer ours. Let me scoop that over there. Oh, those are perfect. I could tell just by looking at them that that's going to be where, that's the money shot right there. Those are going to be good. And let's grab a toothpick and we'll test that one more time just so you can see that all the toothpicks we place in the center will come out clean. Like I said, the last time would have been fine because that one had just a little bit on it, which was this one. But the carryover heat, if you would left it in there, because it wasn't, now if you poked it in there and it was like coated to where you could see on a toothpick, that means, yeah, that the carryover heat wasn't going to cook that. But that little teeny tiny bit that was on the one before I stuck it back in there for, say, 2 or 3 more minutes, it would have, it would have been fine. So let's do, and you could tell by the tops they're firm. And those are good. So let's stick it in the center there. There's your toothpick. See how it comes out clean? Okay, let's do this one. Now if you get a crumb, that's not dough. Whoops. That's not dough, those are crumbs. That's fine. Crumb is that's good. It means they're not over dry. Clean. Clean. Just a little bit of crumb, clean, no dough, no wet dough. Clean. Okay? So then you notice that there you just want them to sit for a minute. You don't want to immediately take them out. You want them to cool just for a minute. Now, those are warm enough to where, and one good thing about using a little, I'm just going to see if I can show you once I'm not keeping you on here too long. Just going to pop it up on the side. Sometimes I'll do it like that, and that just helps it to cool a little bit evenly. A little quicker, I should say. Pop it up. I'm just lightly rubbing the knife around it just to pop them. If you're not comfortable doing it right now, which I am, we've made tons of these. You can let it cool completely, you know, till the touch is warm enough to handle. These pans cool off fairly quickly though. Oh, see how I just popped? And the only thing that's kind of sticking to it is where the berries have popped open and the liquid is starting to, you know, not caramelize, but you know, it gets sticky because it's a liquid. All right. And those are our blueberry muffins that we made for on the run. Something quick. We'll put these in a container in the refrigerator, and then once they cool, now we'll not put them in there warm. That I will. I'm trying to pick up one so I can get a, that's what the bottom looks like. That's what the top looks like. And let's see if I can do this without getting it too hot on the hand. Hold on, let me get a good. We had I lucked out there, had a little plate on the top shelf there of the dishwasher. And it's funny, see, I could even touch that wood. That's how quickly the top part, now the bottom is still warm because I got it on like a little trivet, but the top parts is already cool enough that you can touch by hand. And let me cut that open so you can get a view. Now, good reason too to let it cool so it don't dry out on me, but for video wise, I'm going to split that so you can see it. And there you have it. Moist, delicious. The only thing that I forgot to do, probably because I was talking and just didn't think of it at the time, was to put in the batter before putting the sugar on top, was to put a pecan right in the center. But other than that, that's going to be a delicious breakfast, lunch, brunch, or snack idea. And I'm hoping that that helps someone out there to prepare something quick and easy. So when you're hungry, you have something on hand. Thanks for watching and have a great day.